Welcome back, friends, to Copper Eye Joe. In today's episode, we're going to be taking apart this PTAC unit I got from a friend of mine. Normally what is in your hotel rooms, they both heat and cool. So we're going to tear it down. I'll take you into the tag. Amana Refrigeration, Fayetteville, Tennessee, made in the USA. Give you a look at the particulars here on the unit. So I'm not going to do a lot of rambling, we'll just get into this, but we've got a compressor with a copper motor hopefully in there. We've got another copper motor there, at least 2 coils. So let's get into it. Let me add one little tip here. I don't know if the rest of you do this. I just took apart a washing machine earlier, and I decided to keep the plastic tub out of it, the outer tub, to put scrap in. So what I'm using mine for is, you see right here, don't mind my shop, I need to clean it up. I'm putting all my small wire in this washing machine tub. And over there, I've got the metal tub out of it. I don't know, somebody told me that some people make fire pits out of those. Let me know what you all do with them. I thought I would just put shred in them. Be a better way to keep up with small shred. If it'll fit inside the tub, I can just take it like that. Let me know what you think. All right. Oops. Some shred. I'm just going to randomly just take out every screw I see. That's a bigger size. Got my screw container here. Yeah, I don't want to, let me know too what you all think about content. I mean, you know, like I told you, I'm still new here. What I don't want to do is, if you like to hear people talk and conversate while they're taking things apart, let me know. If you kind of like a decent mix of both, let me know and I'll try to be better. Hey, look. So I've never took one of these apart before. This is all new. So I guess that is your heating, the heating element that gives you your heat. When you switch to heat, that's pretty cool. So this is a first. I don't have another one of these to practice on to get ready for y'all. So this is 100% by the seat of my pants here. A container for all my terminal ends. I guess what I'm getting at is, I'm going to try to find the happy medium between talking and showing. I'm going to set this out of the way for now. We'll deal with that later. I just want to find the happy medium. There's our blower. Now this thing's doing double duty. This same motor turns the squirrel cage inside here and the fan. So we've got a coil right here with, I guess that's copper that runs all the way through. So I got aluminum right here. That little cover there is aluminum. Maybe these will pop right off. I figured they'd come right off like a stove button or something. There we go, got her off. That one come off. Trash. We've got a piece of sheet aluminum there. Let you see that. I'm going into the control part, being I'm here. Small piece of shred. Okay. That comes off. More shred. I'm not wearing my gloves. I apologize. I was running my bandsaw mill yesterday and I left them down there, so I didn't feel like running down there to get them. Piece of wire right there. There we go. One wire there, and there we go. There's all that rigmarole. There's a coil right there. Probably got some copper in there. We'll set that to the side as well. Of course, really, it's only, let's go ahead and zip them out here. It's 4 screws. Take this circuit board off. Sorry if I'm out of frame. Just trying to zip it off right quick. I'll show it to you again. Okay, there we go. Free and clear, danger, high voltage. Hang on to it and we'll deal with it later. I think if I haven't mentioned it before, I'm not going to get into the e-waste or whatever you call it. I am going to keep this kind of stuff. I will rob that, I guess you call that a transformer. Got a copper coil in it. I will get that, but the rest I may just leave. If I link up with someone later in the game that likes to process boards like this, I'll be more than glad to get up with them and let them have them or work something out with them. So anyway, let me get my shred over kind of out of the way for now. We'll deal with that when we get there. Pull our wires out. I apologize. A little carried away there. Let's check the camera angle. Okay. Maybe take you in a little bit. There we go. I'll just snippy snip on these wires here. We'll cut them here and pull the rest out the back. Well, the carpenter bees are out and about today. I got one flying around in here now. You can probably hear him buzzing around. All right. Let me get this little bracket here. And the power cord will come out. There we go. That's a good cord here. We'll strip that out in a while. All this wire, I'll deal with it later. All I do is, like most of you, I cut the terminal ends off. And if I decide whether I'm going to strip it, if it's big enough, if not, I throw it in the washing machine outer plastic barrel. And just save it up in there. So for now, let's just set it out of the way. Let's get the capacitor out. Check that out. That's a good sized capacitor. We'll put that on with the rest of them. All right, moving on. More shred. That's pretty much the chamber that held all the control components of this. As you can see, there's that coil. Don't think there's a whole lot left holding that in place. There's that length of cable that works the door. Shred. All right. There's that shroud, free and clear, over the back coil or whatever. There we go, friends. There's the copper ends. We'll deal with that here in a little while. All right, I had to get medieval with that plastic blower there. It did not want to come off. Now this is all styrofoam. I don't know how well that is in there. Break it out. Try not to make it too big of a mess. There's that part. All right, we're here at the compressor side, so maybe I can pull this copper tubing out. There we go. Got quite a bit of copper tube there. Set that down right there till later. Let me make sure you can see the compressor here. To zoom back out. Okay, we got a compressor deal. And there's the back coil. Take these out. It should come right out. Oh yeah, there we go. There's our other coil. We'll set that to the side for now. Pull the shroud out of the way. Trash. More wire. Well friends, now we're left with the compressor and the electric motor here. Alright, there's about 3 bolts holding that on. So let me get my wire snippies. By the way, these Harbor Freight Pittsburgh wire snips, they seem to do a very good job. I like that they're spring loaded. Right, let me find the right socket here. Alright, found the right socket. Get the bottom one. Friends, got us an electric motor. That is a 1/15 horsepower. Is that right? 1/15? That's what it says, 1/15. While you're sitting here, I'm just going to go ahead and take the end off this motor. Can't help myself. And make sure you're in the shot. Yep. Hold the nut down there. There we go. I said I wasn't going to tear into everything, but I can't help myself. Just got to get this motor open and see what we got. Copper, aluminum, or aluminium, some people may call it. Go the money shot. We'll check that in just a minute. I'm sure it's a copper made in the USA. I say that. So let's see. Stator, armature. I think I'm learning what to call things. So that there is a irony aluminum, I guess. Oh baby. Yep. That is copper, friends. Good deal. General Electric. There'll be a couple cast aluminum ends anyway. Hope you didn't mind me taking that apart. There we go. That's one way of getting that off. Some kind of packing in there that held the, I guess, lubrication in the very end. I don't know. Like some kind of foam. And I'm gonna be honest, this went pretty quick, even being on camera for me. I mean, if I hadn't been, I'm pretty confident if I wasn't filming, I would have had this thing tore apart in about 10 minutes tops. Let's just leave that flap on there. One less piece to keep up with. I don't know. I can't help myself. Just want to take it apart. Can't help myself. Okay, that may be everything holding this. Some type of insulating putty covering up a screw. Clyde strapped the caddy. There we go. Last piece of shred out of the way. We still got the bottom here. Friends, we got this thing down to bare bones. Got our compressor. All that's left. There's another piece of good old copper tubing. Let me find the right socket for that. Yeah, there we go. Some kind of little relay type deal right there. I don't know what that is. Okay. I will definitely get this thing, get a hole in it and let it drain tonight. That way by tomorrow it'll be good and dry, maybe. Or a lot of the residual will get out of there. I got a bucket just for that. So, ooh, easy. Easy, tiger. One more component in here. I don't know what it is, but some kind of a little doohickey here. I just had the right socket. You done. Whatever that is, y'all probably know. Not sure what that thing is. Got some kind of little relay type deal, pull in. I don't know what it is. Looks like there's brass inside of it. And I will definitely open it up if it is. And there we go, friends. There is the bottom. Signed, sealed, delivered. That PTAC is no more. So I will, hold on, let me dump this mess out of here. The maid will sweep that up, that being me. Oh, that there. And there we go. Yep, one more. And that, my friends, is pretty much all the shred steel off this project. Everything you see right there. Let me back it out, I'm sorry. All this is your shred steel. So, let me set it over here, out of the way for now. And have a little recap. There's one of our coils, and here's another one. We got 2 coils out of it. Let me know what you all do. I know a lot of people cut these ends off so it's a clean coil, but it still has copper inside the aluminum. I've seen people pull the copper tubes out. I've seen that on YouTube. Not sure how far I'm going to go, but we will see. Of course, there's copper here. There's some kind of little doohickey. I'm sure there is. What I found out, there's wires going in something like this. There's probably a copper coil inside of it. That may not always be true, but so far, that is what I have found on a lot of little doohickeys like this. But yeah, now that I've got it torn down, I'm not going to carry this any farther. I'm going to finish taking everything apart, and when I get done with it, I will have all the copper in one pile, all my aluminums and stuff like that, and my wires. Well, I'm probably going to go ahead and just throw the wire in my little barrel. You saw me as I took it out, so I'm probably not even going to strip these. I'm just going to throw them all into the barrel where I sell them as is. If I had one of those little stripping machines like some of you have, I'd probably be more inclined to strip a lot more of the wire than what I do. But anyway, I'm going to cut camera here, get everything processed, and I will come back to you with a grand total of everything that we have. And by the way, I'm going to be posting another video from back before I started Copper Eye Joe, where I actually take apart a dehumidifier. It has a compressor, and you get to see me open that compressor up and process all that. So there's no need in doing that twice. You will see me process a compressor in another video. All right, friends, pardon the mess here, but we finally got everything torn apart. Let me give you a rundown on what I've got. Shred steel, the housing and all that, totaled 30 pounds is what I got left. Number 2 copper, and that being the windings from the fan motor and the compressor motor, totaled 5.2 pounds. Number 1 copper tubing, 2.3 pounds. The dirty copper tubing, not sure if you call that number 2 or whatever, that being this copper tubing here that might have solder and things in it, that was 2.2 pounds. Cast aluminum, 0.8 pounds. Aluminum sheet was 0.6 pounds. The 2 ACRs together total 12.5 pounds, and they are right over there. Pardon the mess. Aluminum breakage, I guess that being this armature that came out of the fan motor, was 2 pounds. Steel, being the stators, totaled 10.6 pounds. The compressor, what is left of it, was about 15 pounds. I'm not sure if that's shred or steel. It is kind of thick. You can help me out on that one. I know some of you sell those whole. I wanted to get the copper out. And there was a few little doohickeys here that came out of the housing. Now these two here seem to be copper bodied or red brass, one or the other. If you know, let me know. And this seems to be yellow brass. This little plunger type doohickey that was mounted to the inner floor of the housing. Not sure what it does, but I will break these down later with a lot of other small components I have. I'm not going to count that as this right here, because I normally take the small things like this and just put them to the side, and later on when I got time I'll break them down. This one right here was actually stuck to one of the copper tubings. I knocked it off with a chisel, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some copper windings inside of that, so I will process that a little later. But friends, that is about the gist of everything that came out of here. However, unfortunately, I did not weigh the entire unit beforehand, so I don't know what it weighed. It might have been around 50 pounds or whatever, but I am trying to get all my stuff together. I think I'm going to make a run to the scrapyard this weekend. I would like to collect more stuff, but I got a pretty good amount right now, so I am going to take my number 2 copper there in that tub, and I got a barrel full of cast aluminum ends. I'm going to take those, and I've got a lot of copper tubing and a lot of big copper wire I need to get stripped out, so I got a lot of work to do over the next couple of days to get ready for my scrap run. But I will let y'all know, I will do a small video before I leave that morning of everything I've got. I've got some batteries and other things as well, so I will show that. I'm not sure I'm going to film at the scrapyard because I haven't been to the ones in my area in years, so I'm going to go in there and talk to them and find out the do's and don'ts of their yard. But what I will give you is I'll show you the ticket afterwards, and we'll go over how much I made for what I had. But anyway, friends, I'm not going to keep boring you with my rambling. Let me tell you again, in case you missed this part, I use this washing machine tub to store my wires. I may strip some of that down too and take this weekend. But that comes in handy. Let me know if any of you do the same thing with those outer tubs out of the washers. It makes a good container to store things, and it's pretty good size. You can get a lot of wire in that thing. And then if you don't want it after that, throw it away. But friends, I'm going to end with that. I've got a lot of work to do in here. I've got to clean up. I've got wire to strip, and just a lot in general. But I will pan you over here. It's a mess, but I will show you some of the things. The number 2 copper tubing. I've got aluminum breakage in there, other various aluminums extruded, aluminum coils, and other various pieces of aluminum. I got a thing full of copper, armatures of copper on them, and some scrap DeWalt stuff there. I'm not going to be taking any shred steel off. I'm going to wait till I've got a whopping load of that stuff where I'm just hauling nothing but shred to even even wind up getting a decent amount of money for the trip, I need to haul as much shred as I can in one go. So I'll just let all that accumulate until I've got enough to pack my trailer and truck full, and then I'll haul the shred off. But right now I'm just processing all the small stuff. So with that, I'm going to quit rambling, friends. This was the teardown of a PTAC unit, and I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed so far. The community is very helpful, the scrap community, as I said in my last video. But I just appreciate y'all. If you made it this far, thank you. And I think that's all I got, friends. I will see you on the next one. Until then, get out there and get the scrapping, and thank you for watching.